Good morning all, welcome to Conduct Learning, How to Learning is Study, and we are at a chapter Carbon and its Compound, and this is the fourth chapter for class 10 science, and now we are coming across the question and answer of that chapters. The first question is, according to the in-text exercise the first question is, what would be the electron dot structure of carbon dioxide? So for that electron dot structure, first of all we need the chemical formula for carbon dioxide that we well know. The carbon dioxide is a combination carbon and oxygen because it is formed when carbon any product of carbon burn in the presence of oxygen, it gives us carbon dioxide. We know that the carbon dioxide is formed from carbon and oxygen combination. When any product of carbon burn in the presence of oxygen, it gives us carbon dioxide. So that's why the chemical formula for carbon dioxide is CO2. So accordingly, now we have to find out the atomic number of carbon and oxygen to give a electron dot structure of it. So first of all, the carbon is having the 6 atomic number. As we know, the carbon is having atomic number equal to 6, and the oxygen having the atomic number is equal to 8. So accordingly, next step is to find out, they both are the atomic numbers. So the next step is to find out their electron configuration, EC. So if we talk about the electron configuration of carbon, it is nothing but the 2 and 4. 2 electrons in K shell and 4 electrons in L shell. Accordingly, for oxygen, it is having 2 electrons in K cell and 6 electrons in L cell. So the valency for carbon will become 4 because it needs at least 8 electrons in that shell, L shell, to become an octet, and it needs at least 2 electrons to get octet. So accordingly, we can design its electron dot structure, which is also presented there. The carbon is the center one, which is sharing or making a covalent bond with 2 oxygen atoms, because oxygen having 2 atoms in number but carbon having 1 atom only. So that's why I take 1 carbon atom and 2 oxygen atom. This is the first oxygen atom, this is the second oxygen atom, and this is only single carbon atom. So this carbon is having the valency of 4. That means to say its valency will be represented by dots, where the valency of oxygen will be represented by cross. So accordingly, this carbon atom which have the valency of 4, it's having the valency of 4 as written there, and it having the valency of 2 because 6 in the outermost shell. So valency is 2 and valency is 4. This is a valency for both. The valency for carbon is 4 and valency for oxygen is 2. So this carbon atom will share its 4 electron, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is represented by dot, and the oxygen electrons are represented by cross. So this oxygen atom having the 2 valency, this carbon atom having the 4 valency, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this oxygen atom also having the 2 valency. So accordingly, this carbon atom will share 2 of electrons with oxygen and 2 of electrons with the second oxygen atom. So in that way, you can draw its electron dot structure. So this is the easiest way. So in that way, they form a covalent bond in between. The next example is, what will be the electron dot structure of molecule of sulfur, which is made up of 8 atoms of sulfur. So it is already written there. The sulfur, we have to show the electron dot structure of sulfur when the 8 atoms sulfur are present. 8 atoms. That means to say the number of atoms for sulfur is already defined. That means to say we have to work with S8. And before going to the electron dot structure of it, we have to first of all understand the electron configuration and the atomic number of sulfur. Sulfur is having the atomic number equal to 16. It is having atomic number which is 16. Accordingly, its electron configuration will be 2, 8 and 6. 2, 8 and 6. 6. It is having 6 electrons. in outer motion. So accordingly, it needed two electrons to become octet or become stable. So the 8 atom of sulfur which is presented there, one atom of sulfur, second atom of sulfur, third atom of sulfur, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. When this 8 electron of sulfur form a covalent bond in between them, they form a ring. So this is a ring type of structure, as we have done in the chapter also. So all these 8 atoms of sulfur will share its two electrons with each other and form a bond which is covalent in nature. So this sulfur atom, as you can see, have the 6 electrons in its outermost shell, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 electrons that is represented by dot. So sulfur is having 6 electrons in an outermost shell, but it will be shared 2 electrons only with the next sulfur atom, so that they can complete their bond, can have the covalent bond in between them and complete their stability. So this sulfur atom is sharing one of its electron with the second sulfur atom, and the second sulfur atom is sharing one of its electron with the third. So this second is getting shared of its two electron with S1 and S3. So S1 is giving its one electron, or they having the sharing of one electron with each other, and S3 is also having the sharing of one electron with S2. So in that way S2 will be completed its bond. The next way, the same way, the S3 is also getting one electron from S2 and S4 and having the covalent bond. And in the same way S4 is also having the one electron from S3 and one electron from S5 and make a bond. The same way S5 is also getting one electron from S4 and one electron from S6. In the same way S6 is also getting one electron from S7 and one electron from S5. In the same way S7 is getting one electron from S6 and one electron from S8. In the same way S8 is also getting one electron from S1 and one electron from S7 and make a complete bond of sulfur atom in number 8. They are 8 in number, and make a covalent bond in between them and make a ring-like structure. How many structure isomers? How many structure isomers can be possible for pentane? Pentane is the carbon compound in the alkane group. So the formula for pentane, first of all, we have to find out to make its isomer. The formula for pentane is C5H12, because the pent is suggesting for 5 carbon atom. Number of carbon atom in a pentane will be 5. According to the number of hydrogen atom in the pentane will be, because it's an ane group, so that's why the molecular formula for it will be CnH2n plus 2. So accordingly the hydrogen atom will be 12. From here you can find out the number of hydrogen atom will be 12. So according to that you can make a different isomers. What is isomer first of all? Isomer is defining that a same compound can have the different structures. This is what called the isomers. So first is a long chain structure, another is a branch structure, and third one is a ring structure. So this kind of structure you can form. You can see here in that long chain structure the number of carbon atoms are 5 in number. 1 carbon atom, second carbon atom, third, fourth, and fifth. There is a 5 carbon atom, and according to the hydrogen atom will be also 12. These are the 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 2 9, and 9 plus 3 is 12. So accordingly it is having the 12 hydrogen atom. You can draw its structure also. Like you can draw it C, 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 and C. The 5 carbon atom. Accordingly, the number of hydrogen atom for each carbon atom will be like that, because it will make a saturated bond. So accordingly, the number of hydrogen atom will be decided. They are 12 in number. Hydrogen atom particularly 12 in number. So this will be the structural diagram, complete structure diagram for it. So you can see for this CH3 there is a carbon atom first which is having 3 hydrogen atom with it because it's sharing fourth of its electron with the next carbon atom. For the center one there is a 2 hydrogen atom because the center one, this C2, if we can define it by C1, C2, C3, C4 and C5, the C2 is having the 2 hydrogen atom with it and it sharing 2 of its electron with C1 and C3. The next C3 having the again 2 hydrogen atom with it and it is sharing 2 electron with C2 and C4. Next for C4 again the 2 hydrogen atoms are there. It is sharing 2 electron to left electron with C3 and C5. And for C5 there is a 3 hydrogen atom and it is sharing its 1 electron with C4. Accordingly this structure can be seen. The next one is for this where there is a branch. For branch CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH3 it can be designed. For the ring you can have the structure like that. The next question is what are the two properties of carbon which lead to the huge number of carbon compounds as we see around us. This thing we already have done because we know that the carbon having the two different properties, that's why it can have 3 million of compound. That means 30 lakh of compound, the carbon compound are existing nowadays, and because of its two properties only. The first property is catenation. That means to say it is having the ability to form the bond with another atom of carbon. That means to say the carbon-carbon bonding is possible. The carbon-carbon chain is possible. So that's why it having the number of carbon compound. The second one is it is having the tetravalency. That means to say it is having the 4 valency. Tetra means to say 4. It is having the valency of 4. So that's why it can make a bond with another monovalent elements which having the valency of 1. So that's why it is having the large number of carbon compound. So in short, because of the two property of carbon compound, like two property of carbon, not compound. Because of the two property of carbon, catenation and tetravalency, the carbon is having large number of compound. Catenation is defining that the carbon-carbon long chain is possible. And tetravalency is defining the carbon having the 4 valency, so that's why it can share each of its electron with another element which having the valency of 1. So that's why we having the 30 lakh of carbon compound or 3 million of carbon compound.